Hey, what's up guys? It's Scam here today, and my voice might sound a little bit funny right now because I just woke up, and so I just got that morning kind of voice thing going on. It's a little bit raspy right now, but it might end up getting a little bit better as the video goes on as I talk more. So in this game I'm using some OP guns, and that OP gun being the ASM-1 submachine gun. This thing is so freaking OP. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it's OP. One way that you can tell it's OP is because it's being used just as much as the BAL is. And now, I mean, I think that the BAL is really not quite as OP as it was before. It's still definitely OP, but I think it's dealable. It's definitely I think it's usable. I don't get mad as much as when I see people using the BAL like I used to. I used to see people using the BAL. It would kind of get on my nerves because it was just like, that person, everybody uses the BAL, and it was nothing really special, and it kind of got on my nerves because, just everybody used it, and you would 9 out of 10 times you lose a straight-on gunfight if the other person had the BAL, and so, it really got on my nerves before, but now since the nerf, it's still like really OP. It's definitely the best assault rifle. But I think that it is definitely manageable. I don't get quite as mad at it as I used to. But the ASM-1 on the other hand, that's the new BAL. It's definitely got it. Well, it had the buff. Everybody knows that it had that big buff, and it's really OP. I mean, I'm using foregrip, rapid fire, and advanced rifling on my gun, and it's just insane. If you want to melt people in a close quarters combat map, put on the ASM-1 with those attachments. It absolutely melts people. Although I would like to point out that you are probably going to get yelled at a little bit. If you're okay with that, then go ahead and use that gun. Also, I might yell at you a little bit if you kill me with it, because it definitely gets on my nerves when I get killed with this gun, because I know that it's OP. But I just kind of felt like using it. I kind of felt like getting some streaks and going and getting on the tear, and so I'd put it on. And this is definitely one of those guns that if you want to go on a tear in a close quarters map, you put this gun on, because you will do it. It's really an OP gun, and this is not even really like a special variant. It is a different variant. I think it's called the Magnitude, but it's not professional or enlisted. It's just the regular kind, but it does have some differences to it. I can't really remember what exactly the differences are. I think it might have increased range or something like that. I'm not too sure. And so with advanced rifling and rapid fire on it, it's really good. And with the foregrip on it, makes it pinpoint. And so I definitely recommend it to any of those of you who are having some trouble with sorry guys, who are having some trouble with finding a good gun to start off with. If you just got Advanced Warfare, a lot of people just got for Christmas, and if you are still trying to find that gun that you can do good with, put on either the AS-1 or the BAL, because those are just the easy guns to use. It's such an easy weapon to use. And there's other guns like the ARX or the AK-12, and both of those guns are very good, but they're not as easy as the BAL or the ASM-1. So if you want just an easy beginner weapon to use, put on the BAL or the ASM-1, because they're both very just, I wouldn't say I don't want to say like they're like for the bad players, but they really are kind of noob friendly. I think they made these two guns to be noob friendly for the people that just got it, because I think they knew that this was gonna be a game that people were not gonna like right off the bat, because I didn't like this game right off the bat. It took me a little bit before I started enjoying it. And I think that they put some of these guns in here like that in order to make it easier to play and easier to get kills with. But anyways guys, other than the ASM-1 and the BAL, I really don't think there's any OP weapons in the game. I think they actually did a pretty good job balancing the other assault rifles, and also the other SMGs. It's just those two guns that are a little bit irksome. And I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but I'm playing with a group now. I'm playing with a bigger group. Before, in my Advanced Warfare videos, I was just playing with Chris, or CI Squeak, which is his game tag. And in this video, I'm playing with 3 people on my team. And that's because my friend Rob and my friend Scott, whose gamer tags are Dark Perdition, Shoe Fan. Rob is Dark Perdition. He's a Star Wars fan, obviously, and Scott is his gamer tag is Shoe Fan, because he's a shoe fan, obviously. And they just picked up Advanced Warfare yesterday, and so we were playing this a lot yesterday. And this is really one of those games that, how everyone has a Call of Duty they just kind of pick up and they just go with. My personal Call of Duty that I just kind of got off on a good start with was Ghosts. They're just like the second I picked it up, I could play it, I could get high scoring gameplays with it, and I just had a lot of fun playing it. This is Scott's game. This is the game that he picked up, and in 3 games he had figured out how to use the XO controls, and he had figured out how to use off his like boost jumping and everything like that. And once he did that, he just started going off, and this is kind of his game that he imprinted on. And we couldn't, like, it was just like one of those things that he just took off on. I wasn't really getting positive gameplays when I first got this game. It took me a lot of practice before I got good at this game, and I'm still not really like great at this game. I'm getting better at it though. I'm getting higher like kill streaks. Like I got on like a 16 kill streak in this game, and I've got another game to show you guys, which we'll probably post it tomorrow, of me getting a high scoring gameplay. And I think that Rob is a little bit more like me, where he was more of a Ghost fan, and when he got this game yesterday as well, and he did not like it at first. He was kind of screaming and saying some stuff about it. And I told him, I was like, Rob, me and you are kind of alike, and I think that you are not gonna like this game at first. You're gonna hate this game. You're never gonna want to play this game. But I told him just to stick with it, and he'll eventually get better at it, and he'll eventually start liking it more. Because I know that he can be good at this game. He's a good player, but this is one of those games that you have to really kind of just practice at, unless you're lucky, like, and you're like Scott, and this happened to be your game. And so for the first few videos of me with them, Rob's scores are not going to be all that great, because I got a lot of videos last night, and those are all the first night of him playing this game, and so like I think this was like one of the very first games we played together, and so he was still kind of learning the boost mechanics, because or Scott, I mean, either way, I don't know. Some people like to call people by their gamer tags, other people like to call them by their names. But Scott, he got this game before Darth did. He went out and bought the game, and he went out and bought the game at GameStop, and then Rob actually downloaded it from the Xbox Live Store, so it took him a little bit longer to get the game. It took him I think he probably got like 2 hours after Scott did. So Scott had a little bit extra practice, and so by this time Scott had already gotten the mechanics down and was starting to get his positive games, and Rob was still trying to learn the mechanics. And so I think that the first few games that you see with me playing with the group, Rob's gonna have some lower scoring games, and I think it'll be interesting to see his progression through this, because I think that as I post more of these games, Rob's scores are going to go higher, and I think Scott's scores are going to go higher as well, along with Chris's and mine as well. All of us, I think all of our scores are going to improve, and we're all going to get better at this game. But right now, Rob is just not enjoying it, I don't think. But I'm keeping him on it. I'm gonna keep him on this game, and make sure he practices at it, because I know he can be good at this game. Because he was more of a Halo player at first, then he swapped over to Call of Duty. So just a little bit of practice, I think that that will all improve a lot more this game. And one of the things that I haven't done a live commentary for Advanced Warfare yet, and that's just because when I got my mic, it was basically the school semester was wrapping up. I had projects that I had to do. I had these exams coming in. By the way, guys, I did finish all of my exams. My exams finished yesterday. Today's Friday, and I finished them on Thursday, so I got Friday off. That's one of the perks about being in high school. Once you finish your exams, you don't have to come to school the next day. And so I finished all of those, and aced them all, obviously, because I'm just that good. I'm not only clutch in Call of Duty, I'm also clutch in school, and so I aced all my exams. As far as I know, I haven't found out about one of them yet, but I think I'm gonna check that later and see if my teacher posted it. And so I should be, what I was getting at there, guys, was that I should be posting a live comm sometime soon. I've got some other videos saved on my computer from last night, where I kind of went off on a tear last night. I just had a few good games, so I've got some games saved on my computer from last night, and those will be post comms, and then I'll start getting some live comms out to you. And I'm also gonna, my first few live comms probably gonna be by myself, just because it's easier that way. I still haven't really figured out live comming perfectly. I'm still trying to mess with the audio to get rid of the background noises, and I know how to do that, so I'm just trying to perfect it, I guess. I'm still in training on those things, So my first few live comms are going to be by myself, and then eventually I will have live comms with my group, and so you'll be able to hear, you know, Chris, Rob, and Scott all talking in the background. I might actually mute Scott because not many people are going to want to hear him. He can kind of, you know, he's one of those guys. So I might actually mute Scott. But you will be able to hear Rob and Chris though, so that's a plus, and you'll get to know us all as a group, and I've always wanted to, you know, do a live com with a bigger group, and I think it's a little more interesting instead of just hearing one person talk. You know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it works out. If the audio doesn't sound good, if it's bad audio, then I'll just do live comms by myself and do post comms when I'm playing with them. So I'm definitely not gonna stop live comms. I mean, I didn't buy a you know, over $100 Blue Yeti mic in order to not do live comms. If I was just gonna do post comms, I would have just kept my Turtle Beaches. But anyways, so guys, that's the end of the game. I hope that you enjoyed it, me using these OP weapons, and stick around for a video tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be posting another domination game. We played so much domination last night. I highly recommend domination. If you have problems with winning domination, if you look on the screen right now, there's a video on how to win domination. So go check that out. But guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This has been CI Scarum, and I will see you later.